There you go. I heard that and just starts aggressively clapping into the mic.
Did you just... No, they just clapped their hands against the mic.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Shit.
What did that sound like?
It sounded like I just got smacked.
Yeah!
Fucking asshole.
Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Spook.
Hey, whoa, hey!
Whoa!
Excuse me.
I'm Jess! And I'm Jess!
Excuse you!
And the one saying
That's Emma.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
And it's now springtime.
We love spring!
This is the worst April Fool's joke. I hate this. Who decided on this?
We chose that it wasn't gonna happen on
I'm so caught off guard right now.
April Fool's, so we decided to do it after April Fool's. And
I'm
it
actually
worked.
no, but that actually
job, Spook.
caught me off guard.
Stop
That's
playing.
too late now.
I'm
Too late now.
saying
We're going with it.
Good, I want
Keep going.
You get to be the intro. We're going.
So it's spring. Shut the hell up. It's my turn to shine.
Fine. I'll just mute myself.
Oh, finally.
So-
Emma can still talk on the
No!
OBS herself.
That's okay. So it's springtime
I just
now.
mute you guys and I'm just talking.
My podcast. Okay, let me do my intro.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's springtime now.
Mhm.
Which means we've got a lot on our plate. Like exams. And also spring cleaning. Have you guys been doing spring cleaning yet?
No. Not in the slightest.
I put my
I
weighted
brought all
blanket
my
on my
cups
bed.
downstairs.
Wait, I actually... No, I haven't done that yet. I haven't put all my recycling out. I have to do that too. I'm bringing it downstairs.
I am currently staring at piles of paper and boxes on the floor next to me that need to be thrown out.
So my last day of classes was Thursday. Well,
Yay.
yeah, as of the day we're recording it, it was Thursday. And the next day I threw out like every single piece of paper I had.
So proud of you.
I can't
Thank
wait
you.
to do
It
that
was
tomorrow.
it was very nice.
As of recording
also
today,
have-
my last class is tomorrow, so I'll be doing the same thing. Can't wait.
I'm so
Wow.
proud of you guys.
Thanks,
I'm
Mom.
gonna fail my classes.
I'm like a proud mom watching her children finish their classes because I'm not in college.
Watching your children just barely scrape by.
You're doing great. I'm not doing great.
My
at all,
mom watched- My mom watched a lot of my breakdowns. It's fine.
Same.
So back in January, we did a New Year's episode
Yeah,
where
we
we
did.
talked about our New Year's resolution.
We did?
You know what?
Yep.
Yeah, we did. I know. I
I
had
was
a
the one that brought
book.
this up today.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
remembered.
Well,
what
you
mine
look for
was.
your
I'm
book.
fine.
Yeah.
I'll remind Jess.
Hang on.
No,
Hang on. I don't have my headphones in. Don't talk crap about me. Where did
So anyways, while they're looking for their book, so at the
Hey, I hear
beginning
you
of
laughing.
January, we did the New Year's episode where we talked about our resolutions and things we wanted to do throughout the year, and we said that basically at the start of each season, we were going to do like a check-in and be like, this is where we're at currently. And we're 4 months into the year, so it's time for the first
My book.
check-in. Did you find your book?
My
I found my book. It has all my New Year's goals down in it. I didn't
have
say
a
all of
book
them.
goals.
I have a book
you
of
surprised?
goals. Yeah.
My goal.
Oh, there's a book in it. Fine.
My New Year's resolution that I remember that I said on the podcast was get rich, get bitches.
And have you
I'm
done
not
either?
getting
You've done
rich.
neither of them.
I'm not getting rich, but I am getting bitches.
Are you sure? I did steal your wife the other day. Just me getting in the way of your goals.
I love the silence
Hey,
from
what
Jess.
the goals? What the fuck?
I'm so
Why?
sorry.
Why? What did I do to you?
So,
You
Did
were
I hurt
late.
you?
Okay.
No, you were late.
I wasn't. I spilled tea down the front of me.
Excuses,
I was in
excuses.
pain.
It wasn't even me that said it too. It was literally your wife who said, like, if you didn't show up, she was gonna leave you for me, and you didn't get there in time, so she left
clearly
you for
should
me.
be talking to your wife.
Which wife is this?
Me.
You know the
You?
one we had on the podcast?
2 of my wives have been on the podcast.
Wipes?
Jordan and B.
Wipes?
Wives.
Both of them? I'm losing both of
Yeah.
them? Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
No, you just said it weird. Anyways, New Year's resolutions. I'd like to say, I don't know what I mentioned in the podcast in January, but I do have one where it says get enough sleep. And I'd like to say, because of school, I think I ran on about 4 hours of sleep every single day, and I hated it. And so the 2 days after my classes were done, I slept for 10 hours straight.
Ooh.
I know.
Ugh.
And now I
Can't
feel
wait.
great. I went to work today. I worked at 9 to 5 today. And I'm not tired. It's 9:17
I wonder what
recording it,
that
and I'm
feels
not
like.
tired. I know, it's amazing.
I'm currently running off of about 3 hours of sleep, an iced coffee, and a donut.
I did take a nap today. It was an accidental long one today.
I knew you took a nap.
It
Yeah.
was a 5-hour nap because I was literally feeling dizzy. I didn't sleep all night, for context, for the podcast, for the listeners listen out there in the world space.
I slept
I-
great last night.
Under the earth,
On the
on
earth.
Pluto.
Spook, I swear to God, if you brag one more time about how much sleep you got, I will
my
make sure you
God.
sleep forever.
I got so much sleep last night.
That's it.
It
That's
was
it. I'm going
great.
to Spook's house.
I woke up this morning. I totally didn't sleep in a little bit. I went to work, and it was great. The bags
I can
under
sleep
my
in
eyes,
tomorrow.
eyes aren't as prominent now.
I
I'm
can
just
sleep
gonna
in
drink
tomorrow.
my tea.
My eyes
and,
don't
like,
look
enjoy
sunken
this.
in anymore. That's what happens when you sleep. for
That's what
20 hours.
happens when you sleep?
Yeah, your eyes don't look sunken in.
You're telling me I won't look dead anymore?
I'm
What?
listening.
Yeah,
I'm
Crazy.
you'll
listening.
unfortunately still look like a raccoon because the bags never the dark circles I guess never leave.
That is why I became a raccoon enthusiast. Okay.
I can
The
respect
Raccoon
that.
life is good.
I look
do
like a
love
raccoon. Okay, so
There was this
I
one
might
time-
as well embrace it.
There was this one time, my family and I were sitting in the backyard. We have a little campfire out there. We're sitting out there. We just see something run across the fence, and you can just tell it's a raccoon because of its little hunchback and all this stuff. My dad shined a light on it, and it just stared at us with his glowing eyes.
Hello, what the fuck?
Just the
I had
spot,
to share that.
just whole spotlight on it is just like, what the fuck?
Its eyes is the only thing you can see with the spotlight.
I'm gonna be
his
honest with
body
you.
Gone.
This was a couple of years ago, and I was actually kind of scared.
Why? It's a little baby.
Yeah, little baby. Okay, so what else is on my New Year's resolution?
Well, I could say for mine, all of the goals I have for streaming and stuff, currently not going super great. I blame it on school,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah, but
okay.
how's your-
It's
How's
okay
your
though.
uploads?
It's okay though, because one, I did start the new TikTok that I was talking about, and I have been posting clips on it from my Twitch and everything, and some of them have gotten over 1,000 views, which is still more than what I normally get on TikTok, so that was pretty fun.
Very
And then-
proud of you.
Also, too, one of the goals that was on there that was less of a goal and more of just if I can do it, it would be cool, was to get a PS5, and I somehow got really lucky and managed to get one. So that's
Did
another
you
thing I
Smuggle
did.
it out of work.
Yeah, I had to
You got it
I
at
did.
work, yeah.
I had to smuggle it out of work because it's so
She
hard
did
to
pay
get
for it.
them. Yep, didn't pay for
She
it.
did
Stole
pay
it.
for
I
it.
just walked out with it. No, I paid for it.
Ooh,
No,
that
but
was-
because they're
that
so
was a
hard to
close
get,
one.
our work only gets 4 of them in, and we only get them in every 6 months. So the second I heard we got them in, I was like, please put one aside for me. I'll buy it as soon as my shift is done, and I got it so fast.
You texted me, you're like, oh, I don't know if I should buy this. And I'm like, will it make you happy? And you're like, yeah, but money. And I was like, just buy it.
The thing is, I had money set aside. I had a certain amount I keep in my, savings. So if it were to come up, if I were to suddenly see one and I could get it, I could buy it right then and there. But for some reason, my brain was still like, but do you want to spend that money? I was like, I get a discount. Of course I want to spend the money.
Yeah,
it's
I was
right
like,
there.
Emma,
I
Emma,
have the
buy
money.
it. It's so hard to get.
Yeah, so I bought it. Now I have one. And that was pretty exciting. It's still pretty exciting. But yeah, other
What
than
is
that...
my
The other
What
stuff
I'm
I haven't
hearing
reached yet, but that's okay. I still have another 8 months.
What I'm hearing here is that you had your own bank account, one single account in there, with the perfect amount for a PlayStation 5.
No.
That is what I'm
Exactly.
hearing here.
Yes. I have multiple bank accounts all attached to one card. One of them is just checkings and stuff. The other one's savings for like school and everything, and the other one is savings specifically for a PS5. The second I spend
makes
that money, that account closes.
Or it just
That makes
terminates
sense.
itself.
Literally.
This
That's
bank account
exactly
will
what it looked like.
self-explode.
That's exactly what happened. Yep. No, but
Okay, so another
yeah, that's what I've done.
Oh, wait. Another thing on mine that I'm upset that I haven't done yet is I remember I said I wanted to practice French and German, and I unfortunately have not been able to do that yet. I know, however,
Can't believe
so
this.
my dad got some binders from work. I'm looking at a 20-year-old binder right now because he went through it and he's like, "Yeah, we don't need this anymore." So I've got some old binders that he brought home from work, and I cleaned it up though, and I'm gonna put all my German notes and all that stuff in it. So like, very soon I'm going to be picking up German again because my Greek exam is on, what day is that? 29th, I think it is. I hope it is. But my Greek exam's on the 29th, and then I don't have to worry about that language anymore, so I can just learn my own, like, whatever languages I want. It'd be great.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm learning French.
I know, and I want to teach you
take
French.
down the front.
Good.
The French people. I have a plan, but I can't. I've already discussed my plan multiple times to everybody, so the podcast is not allowed to know because I don't know if we have any viewers. I don't know if we have any viewers or listeners that are French, so I'm gonna keep that to myself just in case.
We got like the French FBI. I don't know what the heck they're called. Listening in on us.
The French BI.
The French BI, perfect.
It's the FBI, but they have mustaches.
Yeah, the little twirly ones, right?
Yeah.
And you know what their weapon is? You know what their weapon
Baguette.
is? Baguette.
I'm literally
you grab the baguette and you pull it out and it's just a sword.
I'm literally picturing the cast of Criminal Minds, but with the curly mustaches, and instead of guns, they have baguettes. They have baguettes, but then they also have croissants just in like a gun holster on their side.
Yeah, that's their long range weapon.
Yeah.
They hold it like a gun, and then when they start running, they chuck it at them.
The
Like,
macaroons fly out. Those are the bullets.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to any French people.
No,
Just
I'm not
all French
sorry.
people.
I'm
But-
not sorry.
Anyways, going back to the whole learning languages thing, all I want to say is that I still need to finish figuring out how to speak English, so...
Bro, me too. I was at work today and I was like, I don't know what I'm saying, man.
Today,
I just gave up on English.
I had to pronounce... There was a very specific word I had to pronounce today, and I kept struggling to say it, and it was getting very frustrating, and it was celestial. I don't know why I was having such a
Celestial?
hard... Yeah, I don't know why I was having such a hard time saying it today, and I had to say it multiple times.
There's a word that I can't say
But I
properly.
hated
My
it.
sister makes fun of it. Makes fun of me because I can't say it properly, so I'm not sharing that with you guys.
Oh, no, I want to know.
Synonymous.
Maybe one day I'll say it in the podcast and you guys will be like, oh, that's the word you can't pronounce.
When you practiced it enough.
Yeah.
Before the podcast, you're gonna
I
be
sit here with like the
practicing in the
definition
mirror.
open. I sit here with the definition open on Google and I just click the little play button. Audio thing. Okay, actually we laugh, but I do that so often.
Whatever works. Whatever helps you.
Speaking of like,
Wait,
Of,
can
like-
I share a story
oh, go
before
ahead.
before you continue, Jess? My stupid Greek prof. So I have troubles pronouncing things, right? And I have like extra difficulties with pronouncing names. I don't know what it is with names. I just cannot pronounce names to save my life. I read an entire book and I pronounced Teresa wrong. Anyways, we were translating the Anabasis by Xenophon, which it's just like a recount of like a military campaign and all that stuff.
You said it, and then you said what the author's name is. Like we were supposed to understand who that is.
And that's why I kept going. I said that, and I was like, no one knows what the anabasis is. Anyways, it's a recount of a military expedition, and so of course there's going to be a lot of names. Like there's a lot of Greek cities, there's a lot of names of generals and whatnot. And the one day we finished, like, me and the other students, we ran out of like stuff that we had translated, so we just started doing it on the fly because it's really easy Greek. And this dude was like, hey, Spook, he said my real name obviously, but he's like, hey, Spook, why didn't you translate this? And I looked at it, and I swear to God, I think like 90% of that one sentence was just names. And it got to the point, I got to the first name, and he laughed and went, I'm so evil.
He knew exactly what
he knew exactly what he was doing, and I was like, oh God. He didn't care, because he knew I struggled. I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna butcher every single name in this stupid story. He just liked to torture me, I guess.
But
where did Emma go?
I'm just sitting here attentively listening.
She's doing
fine. You didn't react at all to my story, okay? Never mind. Continue on.
I'm so sorry. Podcast, Emma is sitting back and listening, and Spook is going, "Where is she?"
I'll edit. You know what?
Because I'm like,
Spook. You know what? Spook. You know what? I'll edit in a whole laugh track for your story.
No,
that makes me feel worse.
It's just. It's not even gonna be like quieted. It's gonna be full blasted laugh track over what Spook is saying.
I'm so
honestly, it's not that your story was bad, it's that I'm running off of 3 hours of sleep, and I'm basically forcing myself to react to things.
It's like I'm gonna throw like a piece of paper at you and you just like kind of tip back and go, huh?
It'd be more like you'd throw it at me.
Your eyes blink out of sync.
It would be more it would be more like you'd throw it at me, and I might kind of like, my head might like jump back a little bit, but I'll probably continue staring in the same spot. Won't say anything, just kind of staring.
Emma's just staring.
I really need to go to bed.
What a pretty wall. Emma, are you okay? The bell rang. You could go home, Emma. It's been 10 minutes, Emma.
I think I'm gonna stay here and take a nap.
Emma, you could go sit in your bed. No, my desk is comfy.
No, I'm good here.
But
so yeah, Jess, you haven't shared your story.
Hold on, I'm taking a drink of tea. It's very hot. Oh, it's really hot. As if I didn't just warm my... What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot of things. I'm yawning right now. Okay, I'm back.
But I remember in like elementary school and high school, like on my IEP for those who aren't in Canada, it's basically tells your teachers like what you're good and what you're not that good at, and what you need assistance in.
What isn't? Is that where they gave you like the letter grade where it's like initiative? You got like an E.
No.
Or G. Okay.
No.
What is an IEP?
You know how some people had like their own laptops and they got like help with exams and like they got to go sit in the library during exam season at high school? That's what the IEP did. If you had an IEP, you could get your teacher to sign and be like, yeah, they can go.
Okay.
So, it was English. No, it was any class, honestly. I have very hard struggles with pronouncing words.
Yo, you and me both.
And it's like, I look at the word, I understand it's a word, but I don't understand how to pronounce it. So, I would spend, like, maybe 5 minutes, 2 minutes staring at the word, trying to understand what it says as my face is heating up, and I'm like, oh no, and I can feel all the eyes of the classroom on me. The teacher, I don't know what they're doing, they're just chilling. And it takes like 5 minutes for me to get through one word because they're trying to let me figure it out myself, and I'm like, can you tell I'm struggling? Please help me. But no, they didn't help me. No, they would watch me suffer, I feel like they did it for fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally like the same thing as like when you ask a teacher like a question and then they're just like, I don't know, is it? And it's like, I don't know, that's why I asked. Please just help.
Just fucking help me, man.
Or like when you ask them for help on a question on a test or something and all they do is just read the question back to you and then they're just like, yeah, think about it. And then they leave and you're like, what the fuck kind of help was that? I've been thinking for the last 20 minutes. There's nothing happening up here. There's a reason I asked.
I don't ask teachers questions on tests and stuff.
It's funny.
I don't remember the last time I've done that.
Because whenever I ask questions on tests in high school or anything, like with one specific teacher, she kind of just squat down beside me and like watch as I do it, trying to solve it, and then she'd like, "That's not it. Try again. You're close." I'm like, "Yes, I'm close."
Yes, I'm gonna get this.
I'm getting closer to the answer.
The only time I ever asked teachers for help was literally just math tests. That was it. Everything else I was always fine on my own, but math, it just fucked me up. Hate math.
The worst thing with tests for me is that I get so embarrassed writing them. Like, maybe this is a social anxiety thing, but like, actively writing it, like, I can feel that my face is so flushed. And like, I have this very deep fear of being the last person writing a test.
I had the fear of doing that, and then when I tell my dad, like, I had a test or whatever, he'd be like, "It's okay. Just try not to be the first one done. But don't try to be the last one done." No fucking shit. What? Oh, no way.
Thanks, Dad.
I never worried if I was the last one to write the test or not. The only thing I hated was if someone just looked at me while I was writing the test. Like, when the teachers would walk by and they stop and they look over your shoulder and they look what you're writing and they just go, and then they walk away and you're like, what do you mean, What do you mean? And then I'm like questioning everything and I'm like, I hate this class. I hate it. I hated math so much.
Female teachers are the worst for that.
Oh my god, it's like, this isn't helpful. This is stressing me out now. You already know I hate this class and I'm not doing great.
I just remembered when a teacher did that. But like, this is the teacher that me and Jordan had together, our math class in grade 9. The teacher absolutely adored me. She adored me so much that even though I had her for only one class through the whole 4 years of high school, she literally congratulated me and hugged me when I graduated.
It's adorable.
But like, I don't know if you guys saw her, but she was doing the photos at when you got your diploma finished, whatever. But she would stop and kind of like see if I needed help, and then she'd just kind of hint at the answer, like very, very easily just hint at the answer, and I'd be like, "Oh, thank you." And I continue on the test like, "Yes, I'm doing this correctly." I think I got a lot more help than I should have got.
I never had any help.
Passed. Right.
Emma, you doing okay?
No. It was because I always did pretty well, so anytime I did ask for help, they'd always pretty much have that mentality of like, well, you're smart, so you should know. And it's like, well, I don't. If I knew, I wouldn't have asked.
Well, I'm currently dumb right now, okay?
It's like, you just threw a test at me, I barely studied, I'm tired, please just help me out here.
My issue with, like, asking questions is that, like, I know I need help, but I don't know what I need help on. Like, I need to sit down and be like, yes, I need help, but I don't know what I need help with. Like, they always want you to have such specific questions, and it's like, I don't know, it's just this.
It's like, so, what do you need help on? I'm like, this. And they're like, what exactly do you need? What part? This. The whole thing. What the fuck does it mean?
You know what else I hated?
What?
In math class, like, when you'd be doing the worksheets and stuff, and I'd go and I'd finish an equation, get the answer, and I would go and check the answer, and it would be correct, and I'd be like, yeah, I think I finally understand, I think I finally get it. Do the next one the exact same way, and it's supposed to be like that, and then I get it wrong. And then I'm like, okay, never mind, I guess I don't know what it is. And then it just, like, it just keeps going back and forth, and I hated it. It's like, I could never figure out what it was that I did wrong.
It's so weird because you get the first one right, and you're like, oh, wow, this one's easy. and then all of a sudden the next one's wrong when you did it the exact same way. You're like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Is this just wrong or am I stupid?
Fucking hate
And
math
it's like,
class.
what the fuck? Is it rigged? It totally was.
This is why I
But-
liked English and history. I hated math and science. It's just
I was a
people who can
social
do
liked
that are
chemistry
cool to me.
person.
People who can do math and science are cool to me. My sister does a lot of science.
I
don't-
adore chemistry.
Emma, how do you
Chemistry is
feel?
a lot
How
of
do you
fun.
feel about
Organic
social
chemistry
science?
was so much
Oh my
fun,
God.
guys. Sorry.
You just yelled. You got so excited.
Organic chemistry was a lot of fun. Doing like I don't even remember what they're called anymore. Polymers? Was that what they're called?
I
Oh,
don't
it's
know.
been so long.
I don't
I
really
just
know what
remember doing like the
polymer is,
diagrams
but-
and all that stuff, and like there were like the hexagons. You put the little lines, and then like I don't know. I don't know.
Guys,
They're cool.
Jess, what were you gonna ask
How do you-
Sorry.
before you got yelled over?
Yeah, I was just trying to be quiet and let Spook continue their sentence and say what. Oh,
he
Got
got
possessed
real
there,
excited. He
okay?
got real excited about chemistry.
It's been a while, okay?
Anyways, what were you gonna say,
Ooh,
Jess?
okay.
how do you feel about social science?
Oh,
What do you mean? Like,
What do you mean? Ugh.
like,
You take that back.
Jess,
people?
like, what do you mean? Like psychology and anthropology, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't like
Anthropology is too bad.
I didn't like the classes, but outside of classes I like learning about it.
I love the teachers. I took social sciences throughout all of high school. I accidentally
Yes, is the one who just yelled about chemistry.
Gosh.
But it was funny because when I was, you know how you did like selection for grade 9 classes?
Mhm.
I didn't know what the class I was going into, what it was. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it. The day of when we did like the grade 9 day, it turns out that class was not open for grade 9 day, and we were like, why isn't it open? Turns out it was a grade 10 class, and I was the only grade 9 in the class.
And they just
Fun.
they just let you do it?
Yeah,
Wow.
What class was it?
Damn, I wish I could have done that.
I don't remember.
It was
I
it was
took
one
it-
of those classes.
I took it the whole I
Culinary.
took it the whole semester.
No, it was one of
I
the social
got-
science ones.
Yeah, it was a social.
Oh, social science. I
Yeah.
missed that part of the conversation.
You called me a nerd for it. So what did you miss that part
I called you a nerd and just blacked out.
Nerd.
Started thinking about chemistry again.
Nerd chemistry. But
You're doing great.
it was when we got into high school, we had to share lockers. Guess who
I
didn't have
didn't.
to share? Guess who didn't have to share a locker because
I think we explained this
I was
already.
in a grade 10 class.
That's pretty
Because-
proud of you.
The person I had in that class, the teacher, like, because you're the only grade 9, I don't want you to share a locker. They didn't want to be like overwhelmed. I never used the locker because the first day I was trying to get into my locker after putting a lock on it, I couldn't get in my locker, so I just quit and I carried my backpack around, even though the teachers were so pissed about it. I'm like,
I
I'll
know,
put
they
it
were
in
so-
my-
Like, okay, I get why you can't have your backpack, but at the same time, I got my laptop in here, and I got 2 massive binders. Like, I'm gonna carry them around.
Like, I felt more comfortable carrying around my backpack because I had to carry around those binders and everything. And, like, I had, like, 5 different books. And, like,
Exactly. I had to get from
2
one end
different
of the school to
binders.
the other, and I don't have time to stop in my locker. And you got
Exactly,
5
and
minutes between
You
class.
have to use your locker. No, you don't.
If you're a second, like, late to class, they made you go down to the office.
I got to one of my classes, I think it was geography, and I literally said hello to the teacher, right?
Mhm.
And they sent an alert home to my parents. They're like, your student wasn't there in class.
Well,
I said hello to the teacher. She marked me absent.
that's
Hello?
hilarious.
Did she think I was a hallucination?
You know what? I suddenly... Did they take attendance in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. They never called our
I-
names. They just looked over. They would usually just look over the class and just
Oh,
do it while we
yeah.
were in class. They never
I
really
don't know
called
why,
I think they called names probably near the beginning just to like learn people's
Yeah.
names. And then after that,
I
they were
do
like,
remember
"Yeah, I know
that.
who's who."
Like
I've
the
been in
first week or
university for so long that I just forgot that they took attendance.
Yeah,
Because they never take attendance in university.
because
Like,
before you
some of
turn
my language classes
Why-
do because
Oh.
it's part of the march.
it's because before you're 18, like you're still a kid,
know,
so
no,
they
I
need to
know
make sure
why.
you're there.
No, I 100% know
University,
why.
you don't need
and
to.
it's weird because I did a co-op for one of the French classes, and I took attendance sometimes. The teacher was like, "Yeah, can you just take attendance for me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Give me a second." It's so funny because I'd asked the student that sat in front of the desk. I'm like, "Yo, who isn't here right now?"
Yo, who's not here? Jeremy.
He was like, "Yeah,
Okay.
this person, this person, this person." I'm like, "Yeah, you're cool."
Yeah, Jeremy is not here. Jacqueline's not here. Allie is not here. Oh, thanks, dude.
He just says the whole
the
class
best.
isn't here.
How do you know
Yep.
all these people? I don't know anybody here but the teacher. How the fuck do you know all these people? Do you pay attention in this class?
You're telling
I
me
I
you
did
know,
know
these
all
people?
of their names at the end.
You know these? I know. In my ECE program, I only knew my core group of like 8 people. Because we sat all together and everybody else just kind of went into pack.
I mean,
It was like high school. We all had packs.
I knew a lot of people. It's just whether or not I actually talked to them was the difference.
I
Yeah,
knew
because
of
they're
people.
stinky.
Well,
Everyone I knew I was friendly with.
Well,
like,
considering I went to
friends with.
2 of the elementary schools that fed into our high school, I knew a good chunk of the people. Didn't mean that I spoke to any of them, but I knew
Oh
them.
my god, in high school, it's so funny because I didn't speak that often. I'd listen.
Except for when you were
And
with
I
me.
just... I would listen to the gossip around me. And then Emma tried to speak to me. I'm like, shut up. I'm listening.
Yes, I'm gonna say something right now. That sounds creepy.
Yeah,
I was
it's
getting the gossip, man.
so
If
this
I
is-
needed
okay.
if someone needed something, I would get it because no, that's not how it
and
works.
then you joined photography class with me, and then we were the 2 loudest people in the room.
Oh, yeah.
We were so fucking annoying, and yet I still got everything done.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you didn't. I did.
I got everything done.
Yeah, okay.
I should have failed that class.
Our teacher for that class was
another day.
our teacher for that class was a very, very nice guy.
He's so nice.
There are a few people that probably shouldn't have passed that he let pass anyways.
You know what's funny? When we were talking about like what to talk about today, I'm hilarious. Thank you. When we were trying to figure out like kind of what to talk about today,
No,
I knew.
This was
I
all
knew.
pre-planned.
I knew that it was going to go and like we were going to go off topic and talk about school. I just knew. I was like, this is setting up perfectly to talk about school.
What?
You know what I
This
could talk
was- no,
about
we're not
from
off
you know what I could talk about
topic.
from school though that can go nicely into our topic we were supposed to do?
Yes.
Trust me, you'll like this because it is basically a story about how I embarrassed myself.
Oh,
that's
perfect.
a-
My favorite type
And
of
it
story.
was my dad's fault too.
That's the best kind of story.
So, so our original topic was supposed to be about spring and Easter. And so my family, we celebrate Easter every year. This year we're not really doing too much other than just, Mom's gonna get us some chocolate. That's about it. But, we'd always do like the Easter egg hunts and stuff. And my dad, being the person he is, he likes to be very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Eccentric? I can't speak.
Eccentric?
Eccentric?
Yeah, no, you got
yeah. He's like that for the holidays. And one year for Easter, I think it was in the 3rd grade, so I would have been about 8. He decided he was going to basically make a video that's supposed to be of the POV of the Easter bunny.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
And
no.
he was gonna could
You were
basically
traumatized by
convince. No, he was going to convince me that it was the Easter Bunny that did this, right? So he had one of those like old like big camcorders, and he used to record literally everything on it, and I loved using it and like taking it from him, recording whatever. But anyway, so Easter morning, I wake up, I go downstairs, and I'm like, yeah, time for an egg hunt. Yeah, I'm gonna get so much chocolate. So excited. And my dad points out that his camera is sitting on the table next to the couch, which it wasn't before, and its screen was like open, because you know how it like folds out. So the screen was open, and he was like, yeah, and there's just, like some stuff around and everything, and like I don't remember, I think it was like he had made like these little like rabbit footprints or something out of, I don't remember what it was. It was something, but it was on the table. And he's just like, that's so weird. We should look at camera, see if there's anything on it. And I was like, yes, please. So, like, we go in, and he pulls up the videos. He pulls up the videos, goes to the guy with the most recent video, and it's this video that's basically the camera's down on the ground, and he made it look like, so the camera was, like, hopping. And my brother had this little stuffed bunny that my dad had found, and he didn't put it fully in view, but just a little bit, so you could kind of see its fur, sort of to be its hand for a second, and then it quickly pulls back out, and then it keeps hopping, and like and then like it was like and then there was like a giggle or something, which at the time as a kid did not sound like my dad. Obviously now I know it was him, but it didn't sound like him, and of course I'm realizing this now because he can do impressions and stuff. So that's why it didn't sound like him. But of course I watched this video and I'm like, holy shit, like, I have proof the Easter Bunny is real! Like, I fully 100% believed it. I literally, after Easter break,
You just struck it rich.
went to fucking school and told all my friends, I was like, guys, I have video of the Easter Bunny, like, I have proof the Easter Bunny is real, that has to mean, like, Santa's real, like, all these things, so, like, they have to be real, and all my and like, some of my friends were, like, super on board. They were like, oh my god, that's so cool, we have to see. And then, you know, there's always that one asshole kid in the class who's like, none of that stuff is real, like, oh, it's just your parents. And I'm like, no, it's real, I'm gonna show you guys.
What up, Jake?
Like, no, it's real. And I just
Emma, like,
literally
Emma's
was
grabbing
so
this kid
adamant.
by his collar.
I was so adamant that I was like, I have video proof this stuff is real, like, I promise. And like, it's just like, the fact that my dad just let me do that. And he just convinced me. The fucking, literally, he literally. It's just like, and actually that day I even went home too, and I said to my dad, I'm like, I was just like, that was the Easter Bunny, right? Like, that wasn't you guys, like, that was the Easter Bunny. He's like, yeah, no, that was definitely the Easter Bunny. And you know what fucking happened? The next fucking year, she did the exact same fucking thing, but it was a different video, but the same thing.
Oh my god.
He didn't get me that time, but he was real fucking close.
Emma was about to go back to school that day and be like, guys, it's happening again!
Guys, you're not gonna believe this.
Guys, holy shit.
So that's my fun Easter story from when I was a kid of my dad just gaslighting me into believing that the Easter Bunny was real. Needless to say, though, I mean, at least, even though, like, I completely fell for it and everything, the fact that he would go to those lengths and stuff just to, like, make the different holidays and stuff fun for us, I still appreciated that, because I remember one year, too, I had written a letter to the Easter Bunny or something.
You wrote a letter to the Easter Bunny? Emma,
yeah, no, I
not
didn't.
Santa Claus.
I didn't send. No, I didn't send it. It was just like a little thing I left on the table, basically just being like, "Thank you for bringing us candy. I really appreciate you. You're super great." And I think I was like 6 or 7 when I wrote it, and I left it on the table. And then the next morning, I went to go see if it was gone, like if he had read it, and it was gone, and a whole new letter was written. And my dad had there was some. Like, my dad had written a whole letter back to me being like, you know, like, yeah, you're so great, like, thank you so much. And he had taken, I think, like, a toy or something with, like, and used the paw of it and had dipped it in, like, this chocolate, like, it was, I don't think it was, like, Nutella, but it was, like, a chocolate sauce kind of thing. And, again, made footprints, like, along it, too. Man, I fucking loved that.
Emma. Oh,
Yeah,
honey.
I was a very gullible child, which is why I was very gullible, which is why I think I'm not very gullible anymore.
Oh, Emma.
But my god, as a child, I was so gullible. Like, you could tell if an adult, especially my parents,
Framed for murder as a child, and you believe
if an adult, especially my parents, told me something, I immediately was like, this is fact. They said it, so it's true. Like, it was, it's,
adults, don't you know?
yeah.
My dad tried to
it's just,
convince me that he was the fifth Beatle.
yeah, that sounds about right.
And that he played for the Leafs.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of other things.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of things that my dad told me, and it just.
You know what I'm the most saltiest about with my dad? So
What?
we call morning doves. Y'all know what morning doves
Yes.
are.
Mm-hmm.
We always call them like afternoon doves if it's the afternoon, or like evening doves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think I was in like grade 9 or 10 when I realized that it wasn't like mourning as in the time, but mourning as in like you're grieving.
Mm-hmm.
I was so betrayed.
Everything that Spook knew, out the gutter.
Literally.
Gone.
I was like, Dad, I no longer trust you. Like, anything you say, I don't trust you.
It will be used against you in a court of law.
No, we did that
Literally.
last time. We're not doing that again. We've already used that joke.
It's liable for every situation you're in, and you can't tell me otherwise.
And
Every time it's said, I have to edit in the Law and Order gavel
Yeah.
sound.
Oh,
Every
I'm
single time
excited.
it's said.
I love it.
There's another thing that my dad said. It was the... Oh god, here we go. It's the red-winged blackbird.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the right name. I still don't know what the hell it is to this day, because he calls them black-bodied redbird.
Blackbird, redbird.
Canary?
Canary?
Blackbird. No, it's black-bodied redbird. It's not wrong.
Yeah, again,
My
that's
dad's hilarious.
yeah, that sounds like him.
I don't celebrate Easter.
I
Like, the only thing that my parents do is they get me some chocolates and all that stuff, and like maybe a stuffed animal. But the one time we had our friends from America, they were over. They were up. I don't know, they were visiting. And this was when I was, I don't know, grade 6 or something like that. But we had an Easter egg hunt, and like my parents and our friends, they like hid chocolates everywhere. And I woke up first before everyone else did. There was 4 kids, like me and then my sister and then the two of her friends. And I found like every single piece of chocolate, and my parents were like, "No, you can't keep it all because the others aren't awake." And in my head, I was like, "Well, then they should have woken up sooner."
It's
Like, it
Fair
first
game.
come, first serve.
It's fair
Yeah,
game.
come
It's
on,
fair
One,
game.
you know?
that's how it's supposed
Yeah,
to
fair
go.
game. They should have, if they wanted the chocolate, they should have woken up earlier.
Sucks to be
Gosh.
them, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, there's-
And I was salty. I was like, I had to give up half my freaking chocolate. Because I decided to sleep in.
Nah, I would have started just scarfing it down. I'm not giving it up that
I would've
easily.
now.
what are you doing? Mine! Mine!
You're gonna make yourself sick. I don't care.
It's mine!
For me, for
I can't have
Easter,
it. No one can.
for Easter, we did celebrate, and I was forced to go to church for a while. Eventually, I managed to get
never
out
had
of
to go
it.
to church for
But
Easter.
I had to go to church.
for
I had to go to
Christmas Eve.
church for a lot of things.
Thank
I got
God.
out of it, and yeah, I'm done. Done with that. Anyways, Easter though.
Liam, you wanna go,
the
you
one
wanna go
thing-
to
no.
church and
No.
Don't even want to be near. Don't even want to be near it. Anyways,
Jesus Christ, never heard of him.
one of the things I really did enjoy about Easter is because I have a bit of an age gap between me and the rest of my siblings. I stopped doing the Easter egg hunts and stuff a few years before they did, which means I got to help with setting up the Easter egg hunts, and I loved doing it. Like, I loved filling up all the eggs, and I loved hiding them everywhere, because I would hide them in the most ridiculous spots. Some places really obvious, other places where it'd be like a week later, and suddenly you're finding it, and you're like, what the fuck? And that was like my favorite way to hide things. And there was one year where there was like a plant in our kitchen that sits like on our like breakfast bar thing, and there was one year I had a purple egg and it had candy and stuff in it. I put it in there, looked at it for a second, looked at my mom, went, "Hey mom, it's an eggplant." And my dad heard me say it. My dad heard me say it, and he just rolled his eyes. But my mom thought it was funny, and that was all I cared about. But yeah, like I'll hide it in it's just the stupidest places. But my favorite though is to just hide them in people's coats, so that it would be like, yeah, like you won't know it's there. Then you put your coat on, put your hand in your pocket, and you're like, why are there eggs in my pockets? Like, I just love hiding them in weird places. Also, too,
shoveling out eggs and they just keep coming. You're like, how deep is his pocket?
My siblings, too, have told me that one of their favorite places for me to hide eggs is a very obvious place, is putting them in the actual egg cartons in the fridge. Like,
a good one.
we usually have, like, 2 or 3 egg cartons in our fridge because eggs go very fast in our house because it's a very popular breakfast food. So, like, it will be like, there'll be a couple cartons, and I'll just find one that's a little bit empty, and I'll, like, take a couple more out, and I'll just sort of move eggs around, and then I'll just put a few little, like, chocolate ones in, and then just, like, kind of move things around. And then, you know those, like, cup things that are meant to hold, like, hard-boiled, or, like, the soft-boiled eggs for breakfast? We have a couple of those, and it was either last year or the year before, I took a couple of them out, just perfectly lined them along the counter, and just put just the eggs in them. So it's obviously very obvious, but they're all just lined along the counter. And I just do stuff like that. It's fun for me.
Yes, you should. I remember specifically, it was like, I think I was like 10, 11, maybe even younger. But I used to wake up super early, and I believe it was a weekend that Easter landed on. So I would go downstairs, you know, before my parents woke up, you know, trying to go scope out the place, see if there's anything happening. As if, like, someone was going to break into my house.
Jess, Easter is always on a weekend.
Is it?
Easter Sunday? It's always on a weekend.
Oh my god.
Anyways, continue.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not smart.
You had a moment.
It's okay. Continue. Love you, Jess.
You didn't have to put
I just heard you like,
oh no, she's dying.
It's like, I think it landed on a weekend this year. I'm like, yeah, it lands on a weekend every year.
Yeah, it's called Easter Sunday.
Anyways, continue your story.
Shut the fuck up. But I'd go downstairs and I'd just kind of scope out the place, you know, let out the dog. This was before Sadie came around, so I was pretty young. You know, I'd let out the dog. I'd let out Rusty, whatever else. I'm not gonna say the other dog's name.
Rusty.
You know, I'd let them out, and I'd as they're doing what they do outside, I'd just slowly walk around the downstairs of the house, just slowly scoping out around the corners and checking underneath everything, and being like, okay, I see my path to victory. And it was this specific time that I walked into my nanny's, like, her room in the front room, and I just saw something underneath her chair, and I'm like, that's suspicious. And I just slowly got to the ground, looked under, and I saw a little toy rabbit, like it was a stuffed animal rabbit. So I'm like, oh, I want it now, but I can't have it.
Needless to say, when the hunt started, you made a beeline for it.
The second everyone else is up, I made a beeline for that goddamn rabbit.
This rabbit
Your eyes turn red and you just like zoom.
You see someone else walking towards it, you just shove them out of the way.
They say ready, set, go, and I second that go happened, I sprinted. I only saw red. Nothing else, it was just red.
That's fair. I also would only see red if I knew that there was a cute little stuffed rabbit I could get.
But some of these things were in such, like, an obvious spot, like where my parents would hide it, and I wouldn't see it, like the idiot I am. I was just so tired because, like, I was never able to, like, you know, get sleep at night, even at a young age. And I'd be like, I can't find it. And I'd be close to tears because I couldn't fucking find like the last Easter egg.
That was literally like my favorite thing though about watching people do the Easter, like watching my siblings do the Easter egg hunt, was watching them walk back and forth in front of an egg that I can very obviously see, and they're just completely missing. Like, it's literally next to them and they don't see it. They just keep going back and forth, and it's just like, they're never gonna
My
find
parents
it.
like giggling and smiling, and I'm like, I
I just want my candy.
There's this like half a pound Reese's cup thing.
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puff.
Eat 'em up,
Eat
eat 'em
'em
up,
up,
eat
eat
'em
'em
up.
Sorry. Yeah, there's like a half pound Reese's cup at work. Every single time I walk past it, I'm like, I want that. And I'm like, I feel like when it goes on sale, I might buy every single one.
That's fair.
I don't think you guys understand how much I love Reese's cups. Are those
Well-
a Canadian only thing?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. The Americans get to try
I'm
it.
pretty sure Americans know. If they don't know
Reese's
them, I'd be
Peanut
surprised.
butter cups are an American candy.
Yeah.
Are they? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't
I don't
tell.
know what's Canadian
I can never
or what's
tell
not.
what's Canadian or American anymore either. So, you're not alone here.
All I know is Coffee Crisp is ours, and that's it.
Yes.
It's ours, we'll fight you for it.
Anyways, back to Easter. I just remembered that there's this picture of me from like when I was 3 or 4 at Easter time, and my grandma had bought me this, was it yellow? I think it was a yellow like spring
Whoa.
dress with flowers and stuff on it. It was this really cute little dress that she bought me, and I wore it for Easter. And the pictures of me in that dress were so adorable. I was really cute when I was like 3, 4, like I was adorable.
Are you trying
But,
to
like,
say you're not cute?
oh, I'm fucking hot
Yeah,
now.
come
Come
on,
on, it's
Emma.
called growing up.
Well, you're still cute to me, bitch. So let me call you whatever the fuck I want to call you. I'll fight you.
Damn.
Can
Okay.
I
Anyways,
one
well,
thing?
well, the other
Oh.
thing I wait, hang on. The other thing
Oh,
I was
so
gonna
I was
say is
fast.
that I remember too that same
My
year.
phone's at 69%.
Yeah!
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, another thing I remember too from that is that there's a picture of me in that dress, and there was somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody dressed up in a whole Easter Bunny costume and was going around the neighborhood and like giving out like chocolate eggs and stuff to everybody. I still to this day do not know who it was. I know like all the parents knew who it was. I still have no idea who it was that was in the costume, but I remember I had a picture with him too. Yeah, I have no idea who it was. Out of all my neighbors, I have no
someone.
idea. It was someone. I don't know who. Anyways, what did you want to say, Spook?
Oh, so I'm mindlessly scrolling through social media and whatnot while we record this, right? I'd like to say I just got an ad for Reese's.
Yes.
Like 2 posts after I finished my story, I was like, oh, Reese's.
I took my brother to Winners and Marshall's yesterday because we had to find him clothes for the thing on Wednesday. And I keep getting ads for it now, and I'm like, I don't shop here. I'm like, I only went there
don't
because
want
it's
it
so
anymore.
hard for me to find men's clothes. Like, I don't know why I'm getting ads for now. Now I bet I'm gonna open up Instagram later, and I'm still gonna be getting ads.
Just simply stop talking about it.
It doesn't matter if I even think about it; they'll still know.
You know-
They fucking know.
My dad tried to like be all like, oh my gosh, I was like at work and then we were talking about this, or like I looked it up at work and then suddenly I'm getting it on my phone, like, oh, they're listening to us. And my sister and I literally explained how that happened. It's like, it's dad. Not that
It's
hard.
you, Dad.
No, it's you connected to the same Wi-Fi. Your devices know that it's connected to the same Wi-Fi. You have cookies turned on. Yeah,
You
it's
have
gonna know.
cookies turned
Yeah.
on, Dad. What the fuck's a cookie? Dad, please.
Yeah, I know. It's like logically, I know it's because I went inside Marshalls and Winners and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I know it's because I went in there. My
However-
location obviously was like, yeah, you went
The
to this
little
place.
people in the phone are listening.
But it's like however, at the same time, it's like the government is listening to me. They're watching my every move. They're in my head. Just turning into a conspiracy theorist.
You're not one already?
Were you ever one?
Yes.
My uncle's the conspiracy theorist.
What?
Oh, man believes everything.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, but like ironically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just because I think I don't know, but like I like looking at conspiracy theories and I like
It's
like
very
learning about
interesting.
them. Yeah, hearing about them, but it's like, do I believe any of them? No. Doesn't mean
My
they're not
favorite-
entertaining.
My favorite is that Justin Trudeau is Fidel Castro's son.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
They
good one.
look the same.
They do. They do.
I believe it.
you can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
And if you try and tell me otherwise, I will disagree.
How did we get from talking about Easter to conspiracy theories?
I don't know, but this has happened, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, this is-
What?
yeah.
What
enjoying
was?
this.
This is
How
just
did we
this
get
is what-
here?
that's just how this is. It's how it is. So anyways, what are your favorite conspiracy theories, guys?
I just told you mine.
Personally, I'm a flat earther. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Emma, out! Get out! You see that door? Look!
I know you're recording, but get out.
Look to your... Wait, hold on. Look to your right at the door. Is it the right or is it your left?
It is the
Right.
right. It is the right.
Look, I literally looked at the way that you're sitting. I'm like, hold on. I got this.
You can see.
Trying
how
to
she's
you're
sitting
trying to remember the
No,
layout
because
of
when
the
we-
office.
When we did the Halloween stream,
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, okay, sitting here like this.
She's just literally
So far.
creating a blueprint in her head.
I know.
She's like, okay, so.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I got it. It's your right. See that door to your right and not your left?
Walk
through
it. I would like to say I am 100% not a flat earther. That was a joke.
Thank God, I was scared for a second there. Oh, I thought I didn't know you, Emma.
I know. Could you imagine me, a
Flat
flat
Earth
earther,
Society has members all around the world.
all around the globe?
Oh my God, I saw a tweet.
Around the world.
Okay,
Around
I gotta.
the world.
Please. I have to do this. So I saw a tweet. I think it was like 2 nights ago. I was talking to my friend who you guys don't know. You guys don't know her, but we were talking about a horrible person on YouTube, and we were like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and there was a tweet saying, the Bible is flat. The Bible is the word of God. God made the earth. The earth is flat.
Makes sense to me.
I don't even think my mic picked up how confused I was.
No, we can hear it without the mic picking
We
it
can
up.
hear it from the silence.
But it was a tweet, and they were so like confident about it, and I'm like, this is beautiful. Like, I'm like, I believe it now. You convinced me with your logic.
You've done it. Congratulations, you've recruited me.
It was so like, it was so out of the blue. Like, when I was just scrolling on Twitter in this topic, and like I found it. I'm like, what the? How does this like make sense to how probably flat earthers understand how Earth works?
But
Like, what?
But like, could you imagine me though as a flat earther? Me with all my NASA stuff that I own. The fact that literally just last week I was messaging Spook while I was in class saying how I thought the Apollo 8 mission was so cool, and like all the photos from it, like of photos of Earth, were so cool and everything. Like just yep. But also, the Earth is flat.
I have a confession, guys. I'm a flat earther.
Oh wait, I'm looking up. I'm looking up conspiracy theories, and apparently there's a conspiracy theory that the Earth is hollow. I actually asked my sister about
Journey
this. So
to
my
the center of
sister's
the
a
Earth?
geological engineer. Yeah, but my sister is a geological engineer,
Wait a minute.
and surprisingly enough, I was thinking about Minecraft. But I was thinking like, you know, you dig down in Minecraft and you hit bedrock and you can't go any further, right? But like theoretically, you could just mine through the entire Earth. Like you could start from where we are and just end up in the other, like on the other side of the Earth. And then I asked her, I was like, what is in the middle? Like, have you ever just thought about like?
Isn't it molten lava or something?
Yeah, it's a lot of. I think she
Guys.
says a lot of iron. That's like, I think the center is a solid state, and then the
Hold on, Emma.
outside is a liquid state.
Guys, have you not watched Journey to the Center of the Earth? It's
You're
clearly
right,
an
I'm sorry. I
entire
watched it in
ecosystem with
4D once.
dinosaurs.
Why did you say it like dinosaurs?
I don't know.
Dinosaurs.
I don't know.
Oh, apparently there's a conspiracy theory that Prince Charles is a vampire.
Huh.
Isn't he
Islands.
dead? Isn't he dead? No, that's
Prince Charles?
Yeah,
No, that's
no,
Prince
Prince
Philip.
Charles is still alive.
It's okay.
He's not doing well, but he's alive.
What the heck? Why is this a conspiracy theory? Bigfoot is real? Yeah, he is real.
Yeah.
Moving
As
on.
a Canadian, I know that he's real. I've seen him with my two.
As a Canadian, I am Bigfoot.
What? Oh my god, is that why you won't face reveal? Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Oh
I'm
my
actually
god.
Bigfoot.
We solved it! Oh my god! Sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I
Wait,
won't
can you
ever say
introduce
anything
me?
bad to you
Can you
again.
introduce me to the Mothman?
Yeah, he's got nice ass.
I know.
What? Here's another one. The Loch Ness Monster lives in Scotland. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, where
and
else
she's
does she
beautiful.
live?
Yeah.
What, you think she's in the fucking Arctic?
Utah?
Like, what the hell?
Utah? No, the Arctic would make sense, so Utah. The people who
Oh,
don't
Literally
know
wait,
stuck in
you
a
know what?
lake. How is she gonna get there?
I don't think I can talk about this in our podcast. Never mind.
Wait, I want to know what
Send
it is.
it in
Wait, hang
general,
on.
so-
Everyone,
'cause I wanna know.
wait. Everyone, pause for a second. Okay, say what it is, and I can cut it out if I need to.
Okay, so there's another conspiracy theory that sirens were responsible for shipwrecks. I saw this
Oh.
one thing where it was showing, I think it was like seals or walruses or something like that, or like some type of whale looks. No, I think it was like a beluga or something.
Yeah,
like that. But
yeah, no,
anyways,
I know exactly
it
what
has
you're talking about.
very-
It's beluga
They have
whales.
very human-like. Yeah, they have very human-like legs, and it's like.
Yeah, it's because they're like tail. Like when
Wow.
it bends, it literally
Mhm.
looks like knees.
Yeah. And what does a mermaid's tail look like? I'm just saying.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
just
knew
saying.
exactly what you were talking about. See, this is what I mean when I say I know a lot of conspiracy theories. Like, I know so many. And yes, I think we can keep that in.
I have a wonderful
Okay.
one that I 1,000% believe in, even though it hurts me to say that I do believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The Queen killed Princess Diana.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
believe
believe that.
Set it up.
I believe
They
that.
said,
Yeah.
the Queen, I love you to death, but
I don't.
cannot trust you.
What?
Listen, man, I was raised with a British grandmother, okay? I can't say,
I was raised by an Irish dad.
I'm- this might be a little morbid to the podcast, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I just put the thing that holds my nanny's ashes to the side so she did not hear this.
Oh no.
She doesn't hear that I'm saying this about the Queen. She might haunt me.
Mhm.
It's okay.
It's fine.
I love the Queen! God save the Queen! Oh, wait,
Hang
that's-
on, wait. Jess, you gotta take a sip of your tea with your pinky out.
Okay, hold on.
Cheerio. Cheerio.
Pip pip cheerio. How have we managed to how have we managed to use multiple cultural stereotypes today? The French, now the British.
The French.
Oh.
I was gonna say it's okay. Like one of us is like we're all one of those cultures, but I don't think any of us are French here. Are we?
No.
Not as far as I
Brother-in-law
know.
is French.
Well, guess the
None
French
of
are gonna
my
hate us.
families.
As if Quebec doesn't
God!
already hate
I'm
all
literally,
of Canada.
Sorry.
I'm
Alright.
literally like 100% Irish on one side, and then just Eastern European on the other.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm French.
Is it English or British? Which one do they prefer? I don't really know.
I'm just UK.
I
Anything that's in
am
the
the
UK,
UK.
anything that's in the UK, that's me.
I am that.
I am.
You see,
I just am
you
the
see
UK.
that?
I just am the
you
UK.
see that? It's me.
Yep.
But I believe my mom. They were doing some research, but I believe they think, or whatever, like my mom's family, that there is some Irish descent there.
Uh-oh.
I know. It's gonna gonna be real awkward if that's true.
Yep.
There's something that I
Well-
learned about with my family, because my mom did the ancestry DNA thing that I'm not going to say, but when I heard what it was, I was like, oh, that's probably not good.
I want to know.
I know I've told you before here. Okay, so I cut it if I need to. We have like a little less than 1% Native American. I was like,
oh yes, you did tell
that's-
me that.
that's probably not good because my family came here
Uh-oh.
as settlers.
Oh, that would be like if I found out I was slightly native because my mom's side came.
I mean, like,
I
most
just-
of my family came in the 1800s, but we did have some family that came around like the 1700s, and it's just like, that's
I don't
probably
think
not
they did though,
good.
because they were so freaking German.
I completely just blanked on what we were talking about, and you said something about, I don't remember what you just said, but I was like, it'd be funny if you just found out you're kind of gay. I don't know why my brain went to that.
So
Yeah,
what do you mean,
it's
just
crazy.
finding out? I've known that for long enough. Even my
I'm
mom
kinda
knew.
gay. What the fuck?
Came out to my mom, and she just went, yeah, not surprised. I was like,
Yeah.
thanks,
What
Mom.
the fuck does that mean?
She just was like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Thanks, Mom.
My mom still thinks I'm 100% a lesbian.
You're not a lesbian?
I just said 100% a lesbian.
Oh, okay.
I'm only like 98%.
No.
The other 2% is reserved
Flip it around.
for nothing.
The other 2% is reserved for Minecraft.
Yes. Steve.
True. Are you kidding me? It's for Alex.
Good
Who cares
point,
about
good
Steve
point.
anymore?
Yeah.
Don't put shame on my man. What the fuck?
But Alex,
But Jess.
Oh,
I like this.
But
But
Jess.
this is better.
But Jess.
What?
Woman.
Oh.
Titties.
Yeah. Yeah. Now she sees it.
You got a good point.
I like that somehow this is where we've ended up.
I don't know how. How did this happen? How?
This always
I
happens.
don't know.
We're all
Yep.
like, one person had sleep, and all of us have, like, we barely had any.
I'm the one who always
Shut
has
the fuck
Yeah,
up,
you
shut the fuck
you
up,
fucking
shut-
stole you stole it all.
last
I'm gonna make sure you don't sleep at all tonight just so that I can sleep.
Okay, well,
You
I
went-
want to watch my show, so I don't think
What show are you watching?
Our flag means death.
The show that I keep seeing all over Twitter and now I want to watch.
The gay pirates, man.
Hey, pirates! What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gay
I never heard
pirates.
about the pirates.
Bro, it's been all over Twitter.
I
And my
am
TikTok.
on the wrong side.
And
Am I on the wrong side of TikTok?
yeah,
Phil?
you don't.
Yeah, I
you
guess I'm gonna have
don't
to
get
start
the gay
sending you them.
pirates.
Okay,
Wow.
send me the gay pirates.
Yeah, next time I get them, I'll send them to you just so you can keep liking them and get on their side.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
I've been wanting to watch it, but you know, I'd like to
It's good
finish up
so far.
school first.
Yeah,
God,
that's
I want to watch
understandable.
it.
Can you send me what it's called so I can go watch it?
Yeah. I got you.
I love you.
Anyways, we should probably wrap up.
Oh, but I much fun.
It's been over an hour, and I have things I have to
Oh.
finish.
Yeah, and I got shows to watch.
I have to go watch some gay pirates. Okay, fuck you. Anyways,
Listen, the gays just started.
anyone have some final thoughts they wanna share?
So I have some good news to finish
do?
off. Now that it's spring, and you know, the temperature's warming up, the sun is out more often. I can open my window and get some fresh air in my room. I just have regular depression now. Yeah. Woo! Seasonal depression's gone. Now it's just back to our regularly scheduled depression.
Yay!
I'm doing great.
I'm excited.
Going
I'm
up in
so
the world.
excited, man. It's so
Yep.
it's so amazing. I just
I
wanna
said that
be
to my
happy
dad,
again.
and my dad lost. He's crying in a good way. He thought I was hilarious.
Like, how am I supposed to keep supporting you if you keep making these jokes? What the fuck? Man, what the fuck?
So that's my final thoughts.
Jess,
It's
anything
stuttering
for
a lot
you?
today.
I think Emma's trying to make me fall in love with her.
I think
Don't
I
worry,
need to-
Jess. I definitely
Oh
can.
my goodness. This is definitely horrible. Not enjoying this.
We now know Spook does not like ASMR.
Wooga.
Thank you for listening to the Burnout Kids podcast. If you're interested in following any of us, you can follow me, Emma, on Twitter and Instagram at stopit_Emma. Or you can follow me on TikTok at stopitEmmaLive. Or you can follow me on Twitch and YouTube at stopitEmma. And if you're interested in following Jess, you can follow her on Twitter at @tothemoon_Jess. Or you can follow her on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube at @tothemoonjessie. And if you're interested in following Spook, you can follow them on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Spookish with 2 Ks. And if you're interested in following the podcast, you can find us on Twitter and Tumblr at Burnout Kids Cast, or on Instagram and TikTok at Burnout Kids Podcast. For our audio listeners, we have a YouTube channel called the Burnout Kids Podcast. And for our YouTube watchers that want to listen on the go, we have a Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. We release new episodes every other Saturday, so be sure to stop by for another episode with your local Burnout Kids. Bye!